Generic GoPro. Hi everybody, how are you today? You know, I want to thank everybody for coming over and supporting my new channel. You know, today is the first heavy subject we're going to cover. But before we get into that, grab your coffee, your tea, your water, or your liquor, whatever you want to have around this table of conversation. You guys, before we get started on today's topic, I would like to shout out to Elliot. If you'll all notice on this video, there's new music. My best friend Elliot, who also sent me the food processor, made music especially for the pictures I've chosen for this channel. And Elliot, thank you. What a beautiful gift. Next, I would like to thank Marshall. Marshall, what a beautiful cabin. If I could go off-grid, that is exactly what I would pick. Thank you for sharing. I would like to thank Phyllis. Phyllis, thank you. And I would like to send a great big heartfelt out to Ray. You know, I had put on my my introductory video about my eating disorder and my granddaughter, my 15-year-old granddaughter. So today's subject is about self-harming. And Ray, I thank you because you brought to light some really interesting issues. You know, I've had a few of you join with me and tell me that you too have an eating disorder. Most of us are of the same age. We suffered that eating disorder about the same time Karen Carpenter died, when none of us knew what it was at that time. We just didn't. But Ray brought up an interesting point. Eating disorders are actually a form of self-harming. You know, I never understood self-harming, cutting oneself, scarring oneself. And Ray brought up some really good points. An eating disorder, be it bulimic, anorexic, no matter what, and they're usually combined. I was an anorectic and I abused laxatives. Because you guys, once I eat something and it goes past my throat, my stomach's not giving it up. Just saying. So I had to go the other way. But it was an eating disorder is a way to self-control. It's a way to take control of something you feel that you're not in control of. And in the same way Ray explained to me is self-cutting. Even tattoos, you guys. Now, I have 20 tattoos, and every tattoo on my body represents a point in my life where a birth, a death, love, or something has occurred. And I'm almost 60, so over my first tattoo I got at 13. So over a period of what, 50 years, 50 plus years, I've gotten 20 tattoos, but every one of my tattoos has a significant reason. Have I ever thought that my tattoos were a way of self-harming? Absolutely not. I mean, I have my children's names on my wrist, my best friend's base symbol right here. I mean, I have the stars on my hairline are from when my sister passed away in memory of my little sister, my only sister. I have a rose on my ear in memory of my grandmother who raised me. I mean, I never thought that a tattoo was self-harming. But I guess, in a way, it possibly could be. So when we talk about self-harming, you know, today's children are so different than when we were raised. I mean, it was such a simpler time for us. We were told not to do it, we didn't do it. I mean, the worst thing we could get grounded from was a phone. If you weren't home, you didn't know anybody called. We didn't have answering machines back then. Right? I know. So today's children, their world is mostly mental. If we really want to think about it, our world was physical. We went out, we played, we went to school. I mean, we never got underfoot. We did our chores. I mean, if we think about it, our lives were a physical life. Well, children today, their lives are a mental life. Hardly do you see children out playing anymore. They're on their Game Boys, their Nintendos, their phones. I mean, I could go on and on and on. So I could absolutely see where these children might feel out of control in their environment. They have no way to let off energy, nervousness, anger, nothing. They sit on games and phones all day long. Where do they release? How do they release? And not only that, my granddaughter self-harms mostly when she's being restricted from any of that. So where and how did the world change so dramatically that our children can't even get out and play softball, baseball, football, go walk around the blocks, go meet their friends, play kickball, dodgeball, tetherball? I mean, there's so many ways that in our generation we could release that energy. We got the endorphins from sports and swimming, hanging with our friends. You know, I mean, the kids today, that's their endorphins. And you know, I don't know how to help my granddaughter. Because right now, as I've told you guys, my son and his daughter are homeless. 3 of us are living in a 210-foot studio. And she get out of the hospital today. She comes back to this. I told my son, he's got to get transitional housing. This is not going to be healthy for her. Because not only does she have to abide by her father's rules, she has to abide by grandma's rules. And by the way, she calls me Bubka. Bubka is Polish for grandmother. But she has to abide by my rules. My house, my rules. You know, so I don't know that her coming back into this environment is a good issue. Not for her, not for me. Absolutely not for me. You know, they've been here 3 weeks, and if you've all noticed a little bit of difference in me over the last, I don't know, 2 weeks worth of videos, it's because I am so stressed out. My landlord told me they had to be out today. What do? What do we do when our adult children have nowhere to go? I can't just kick them out on the road. I can't. I can't. I'll end up losing my house and having my first eviction ever. I mean, my stress level, you guys, is so high. All your encouraging words, all your helps, the time that we spend together on cooking videos, or even these videos, are so appreciated for me right now. If you'll notice, I'm all natural this morning. Just out of bed. You know what? It's finally dropped beneath 80. It's about 84 today, and you guys know when it gets under 80, I start freezing. You'll notice the jacket. Just being an Arizona girl. But not only that, it's been raining for almost a week here. Now, Apache Junction, where I'm currently at, we didn't get a whole lot of rain, but it was too much rain for me to get out on my scooter and or to walk. I walked one day, and I really didn't get wet. We haven't had heavy rains here. Constant, yeah. Heavy, no. So, how do we discipline children today? This is my question. Who self-harm when they're disciplined? Do you know what would have happened to me if my granny had to spank me and I went in and cut myself? Just saying. Do you know in my day, when I was at a neighbor's house, if I messed up at that neighbor's house, not only did I get a spanking there, by the time I got home, they had called my granny and I got it again. How are the children today so different that we can't discipline them without them cutting themselves? I don't get it. I don't get it. And you know, guys, I know I spend a lot of time on YouTube. I don't watch nomadic videos. I watch cooking videos. I watch true crime. I told you guys I love true crime. I watch Jane Doe, John Doe's. I watch stuff like that. And in my spare time, I'm not much on the TV, but I am watching a video. So I can understand where children may be possessed with this. But my granddaughter, my son has never let her have a cell phone. She has a little notebook laptop for school, but there's no way for her to access the internet unless she does that outside of home. Now, he did catch her with a channel on YouTube and a channel on Instagram with inappropriate stuff on them. But how does he discipline her? How does he discipline a child that's going to hurt herself every time he does? I know, guys. This is such a heavy subject. You know, life is never really easy for any of us. And I find the happy in my world every day. No matter what's going on inside my house, it's what's going on inside this house that makes me happy. Yeah. And we have to. We have to. But how do we teach the younger generation that their happy isn't in a machine? It's not on the TV. It's not on a computer. That their happiness comes from within. That their self-acceptance comes from within. How have the children of today lost self-love, self-acceptance, self-healing? It's a heavy subject, you guys. It's a really heavy subject. It's something that rips at my heart because I not only see my grandchild, I see everybody else's grandchild. I look at children now all the time and go, does that baby hurt themselves? My kids didn't. And I'm sure if you've got children the ages of mine, my youngest is 25. She never did. They didn't like spankings, guys. You know, they sure wouldn't do it themselves. I'm just saying. But yeah, I was molested as a little girl, and maybe that's part of it. My granddaughter claims she was never molested. So, I don't know. I just don't know. Could it actually... And you know, I asked my son, did she just start harming since you guys became homeless and had to move in with me? And he said, no, Mom, absolutely not. This started about 4 months ago. So, what was the onset? You know? I don't know, guys. But what I do ask is I ask that you would lift my son and my granddaughter up in your prayers. My granddaughter for this issue. She is getting out of the hospital today. They put her on antidepressants. She starts therapy. Actually, her and my son will be in therapy. You know, he was only 17 when she was born. He's been a single father all these years. And he's done the best that he can. I don't know how to help him anymore. I really don't. I've even put my own living conditions on the line because I can't kick him out. As much as I don't want to have an eviction and I can't afford a weekly, I won't be able to get an RV or a van. I just don't know how to help him anymore. But how do we help the children of today? How do we teach them how to get out and release this negative energy they've got so bottled up that the only way they can release it is by cutting themselves? It's a heavy question. Anyway, yeah, I needed to make this video today. This is the only time today I'm going to have to myself. I'm sure today will be nerve-wracking as I have to go pay rent and I know my manager's going to say they have to be out. So I wanted to get this video made. I wanted to get my feelings out there before they're tarred or tainted. And I wanted to spend a few minutes with my new subscribers. And any and all information or thoughts, inputs are greatly appreciated, you guys. I opened this channel so we can have interaction. You know, we're going to have trolls. I've had one troll so far. I just deleted the comment. I don't want to close this channel down on comments. I want people to be able to interact. I want to be able to answer your comments as they come in or as I see them. I don't want to have to wait till every morning to get online to approve and answer comments. So, with your help, we'll control the trolls. I'm sure they're going to come. We'll take care of it. But I want to thank you all for coming over here, for having faith in me, for having that coffee with me every morning, for enjoying the cooking videos. Share your recipes. I had one of my subscribers share an amazing recipe on here, guys. It's another recipe for salsa. And that salsa was the bomb, by the way. Yeah. Oh, my next video is the keto Big Mac salad. And you know what, guys? I made it last night. It's the bomb. You will love it. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great day, great week. And until the next time I get on here and make a video, all comments are welcome. Any helps are welcome. My emails are listed in the description under my videos, not only in this channel, but my other channel. Please like, share, and subscribe, guys. Hit that little bell and share it with anybody who you think might be interested to meet us up around this table. As soon as we get a few more subscribers, we're going to schedule a day for everybody to get a minute to come here, and we're going to do it live. I know, right? I've never done a live video. I'm scared. I'm so scared. Just kidding. Just kidding. Anyhow, have a great day. Remember to love yourself. Love those grandchildren and those children, you guys. I know as a responsible group of people, we can figure out a way to help our children, our future, our tomorrows. They're our legacy. Just saying. Have a great day. Peace out.